protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City extra content today, and it's Manchester United versus Real Sociedad in the Europa League. We've managed to hit 566 subscribers today. Thank you very much. Can we hit 570 by the end of the day? That would be a massive achievement if we could do that. But if that's not possible, that's totally fine. But you know, we've been growing a lot in recent weeks, and 566, that bit closer to 1,000. But like we said, Manchester United versus Real Sociedad today, and we've got a double whammy for you. 2 live streams, United versus Sociedad first, and then Benfica versus Arsenal later. And Benfica versus Arsenal is going to be a pretty exciting one as well. I think Arsenal really struggle against Benfica. They're a much better side than I think the English sides will give them credit. And Sociedad that as well. They were at the top of the table, weren't they, early on in La Liga? They've sort of dropped off a bit now in form. But we get to see a David Silva masterclass against Manchester United, possibly one more time. Of course, they've got the reverse leg as well, but I'm really hoping that Sociedad batter Manchester United today. And we're all Sociedad, aren't we, today? I think we should all be. Anyway, we'll see anyway. As City fans, we don't want Manchester United winning. But it should be a really entertaining game. 2 decent sides. Sociedad, a very good side, if you've seen them play. My only worry, from what I know of Sociedad, is that back line to me. Elizondo and Zubeldia at the back. Zubeldia he can play midfield as well. He's quite mobile in ways. Definitely on the ball, off the ball not so much. More of a holding midfielder. I'd see him as. And Elizondo is one of them that's never just sort of a solid player really. I am a big fan of Robin Lenormand, the French centre back who plays for Sociedad. Not in the team today. I think he's quite underrated, the young man, but not in the team today. So they've gone with. We'll go through the team. We'll go with Manchester United first, the more familiar face for you English listeners. It's Dean Henderson in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire and Alex Telles make up the back 4. We've got Fred and McTominay, McFred as they call them, the United fans, in the middle today. And very defensive midfield really, but I mean Pogba's out injured, isn't he? You can see why. Bruno Fernandes, the star man, the key man for Manchester United, starts in behind the front 3 of Mason Greenwood on the right, Rashford through the middle, and it is Dan James back in the United side, ahead of Martial on the left-hand side today. Give him a chance. And of course, another surprise is no David De Gea today. Henderson's been put in there. I think it's because, you know, we think about Henderson, he's probably good enough to be Manchester United number 1. So they're going to give him a chance today to be out there to play, hopefully, pretty well for United, from a United fans' perspective. And if he does, then we might see him take over from David De Gea in the future. I mean, and speaking of David De Gea and Spanish goalkeepers, Alex Romero, who's the keeper who starts in goal for Sociedad today, he's one who's giving De Gea a bit of a runner, you know, for the Spanish number 1 position. I think Romero could take over in the future. Of course, you could say Kepa Arrizabalaga at Chelsea is another one, but things haven't really sort of worked out for Kepa. Although I think they did a poll just before Kepa's sort of form had fell off for Chelsea, and when he first joined Chelsea, there was a poll among the Spanish fans who would be your number 1, and David De Gea I think was 3rd in the list. It was Kepa top, and then Alex Romero, and then it was David De Gea. So he's not popular amongst the Spain fans either. I think it's because of his ability on the ball. He's not got that. And Dean Henderson got a chance to impress today for Manchester United. So it's Romero on goal for them. Zaldua, Elizondo, Zubeldia, and Nacho Monreal, ex-Arsenal man, the team that's on later, in the back 4. Mikel Merino, who's played for Newcastle United, didn't set the world alight, did he, at Newcastle, but he's been a very, very good player for Sociedad, linked with the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid since he's moved there. Plays for Borussia Dortmund as well. Mendy in the middle there was dubbed the next Xabi Alonso at one time, moved to Real Madrid, never sort of worked out. I didn't think he really got his chance under Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid, and you think at the time they had the likes of Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. He was never going to really get in the team, was he? Similar to Lucas Silva, a story of Lucas Silva is quite an interesting one. You know, the player that came over from Brazil, supposed to be the next Kaká, more of a holding midfielder really, but it was big hopes for him when he moved to Real Madrid. Got found with a heart problem, and I don't know what's happened to him now. Maybe he plays in Brazil or whatever. I'm not quite sure what happened to him. David Silva, the key man in the midfield over Sociedad, he is going to be the key to everything Sociedad to do tonight, other than I think maybe Oyarzabal. And of course, Adrian, is it Adrian? Adnan, I think it is, isn't it? The Belgian Adnan Januzaj, ex-Manchester United youth player, back in the team today for Sociedad. And up against his old club, Manchester United, came through their youth team, was sort of the next big thing, wasn't he, Januzaj? As anyone that comes through the Manchester United youth team. Think of a few from the past. Makeda was another one. That didn't quite work out, did it? But Adnan Januzaj is the next one that came through, and didn't work out for him. That Sociedad now joined there when David Moyes was manager. Sociedad have gone through a couple of weird phases, but they've got a good manager now, and they're changing things completely. But that front line of Sociedad, I think, is going to cause Manchester United big problems. Alexander Isak is a player that I think big clubs are going to have an eye on today. I think City, I mean, a few months ago, when City were linked with, they need a striker, you know, a sort of plan B striker, a bigger man. I was there saying Alexander Isak has got to be the one. I think he's really good. He's Swedish. He played for Dortmund. They sold him to Sociedad maybe because they didn't see much in. I mean, they've replaced him with Haaland, so not too bad, I suppose. A better player in Haaland. Alexander Isak is a big man. He's not necessarily a big man who's good in the air. He's not that sort of player. But he's very good on the ball. Good ball control. He can take players on quick. I think he's a really good player. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw him move this summer to the likes of... I think West Ham are looking to replace Sebastian Haller, and Isak could be the man to do that. It's just whether he'll fit in at West Ham the way they play. I think that's the problem when Isak plays in at the moment. So he's a very possession-based side that want to knock the ball around and create good chances for him in the box. And Sebastian Haller, if you watched him play for Ajax, he's actually banging the goals in for Ajax. And that's because they play that sort of football. And he played that sort of football at Eintracht Frankfurt. Sebastian Haller joined West Ham. They want to play a long ball, doesn't suit him, and he's a flop considered. But he's gone to Ajax and he's back to his usual self. And it could be the same if Isak was to move there. So I think Isak needs to pick his next move. You know, think about it pretty well. I think, you know, United, if they're looking for a second choice striker behind Cavani or one to lead the line for the future, I think Alexander Isak would be a really good option. And then finally, to make up the front three for Real Sociedad is Mikel Oyarzabal, a player who is the captain for Sociedad, everything Sociedad. He's come through the youth team there. He's been playing at a high level for years. It feels like he's been around for a very long time. I think he's only about 23, 24 years of age. Similar to, if you remember, Muniain at Bilbao, his career still there, of course. He never really reached the heights that he seemed he'd make. I think he is around 30 years of age now. But Mikel Oyarzabal is one that City, I think Pep Guardiola was a big fan of. And this summer I expected him. I honestly expected him to move to City. He's got a release clause of around 65 million euros. I thought that makes sense. Sané's going. Oyarzabal is the man to replace him. It just so happened that Ferran Torres had a contract that was up at Valencia and City could pick him up for around 25 million euros, which is ridiculous. I mean, that was a ridiculous deal. Valencia, Peter Lim ruining Valencia, and the fans know that, another Spanish side. But Oyarzabal, I think City was the number one option. That was City's big option. I think Oyarzabal's problem that a lot of people seem to pick out is, oh, he's a winger with no pace. But he's so much more than that. He's such a technical player. He reads the game really well. He's in the box. You know, if a ball comes into the box, he's in the box at the right time. He can read the game pretty well. You know, for that, he's a good finisher as well. He can score a goal from outside the box. If you've seen him play for Spain, I think last time I watched Spain played, he'd smash one in the top corner. Just, you know, he really is a good player. And he's also creative as well. He's you know, a player that you'd see playing behind the striker, maybe in that David Silva role, and pick a pass. So I think he's going to be a big danger for Manchester United today. And I mean, if it wasn't for David Silva in the field today, if it was someone else on that pitch for Sociedad, then I'd be saying the key man for United that they need to stop today is Mikel Oyarzabal. But I think it will be David Silva. That's hoping that David Silva has a good game. We're not quite sure whether he will have a good game. There's a few other games going on in the Europa League. Tottenham versus Wolfsburg is on BT Sport 2 if you're in England. And of course this game is on BT Sport 1, which is Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. And I think it's being played in Turin, is it? In Italy, this game, at Juventus' ground. Of course, Juventus played last night away in Portugal to, I think, is it second place Porto in the Portuguese league. And Manchester United and Juventus didn't manage to get a win there. They lost 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo had a very, very poor game. Julie says, hi all. Good to have Julie here. It's Joking HD says, I hope Real Sociedad wins. Yeah, we're all Sociedad, aren't we? Today. I hope so anyway. Andrew says, agree. Come on, Sociedad. And Danielle says, hi all. So hi to everyone. This is a bit of an early game, really. Surprise. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Got a subscribe count there, 566. If you want to listen to me commentate over the game, because we've got another game afterwards, and I'll have a co-commentator on the game afterwards. But for today, just this one against United and Sociedad, it's just me on their own. If you just want to listen to me and not listen to the drivel they have on BT Sport, I heard the voice of Paul Scholes there. I don't think I've got the most exciting voice in the world, but surely Paul Scholes is as dull as it gets, and now they've got the voice of Owen Hargreaves. So more fool you if you listen to them and not me. So Manchester United versus Sociedad, the two sides coming out here. David Silva there. The camera focuses on David Silva. the ex-Manchester City man, and Adnan Januzaj, the ex-United man. And I hope Januzaj has a good game as well. You know what? When he first came through at United, he saved David Moyes' job for longer than Moyes. You know, at the time, it looked like Moyes was going to get sacked. I mean, what was it, 2013? It feels like a long time ago. Moyes looked like he was going to get sacked. And Januzaj just kept saving his job. I remember a United game at Sunderland where Januzaj won a penalty, and I think he scored it as well, or Rooney scored the penalty. Rooney got plenty of penalties, didn't he? A bit like Bruno Fernandes at the moment, or Fernandes, they like to call him. No goals from open play, just all from the penalty spot. But Januzaj was class for United, and at the time, as a City fan, I thought, you know what, United have got a real class player on the hands here in Adnan Januzaj, and he had the options to play for so many different countries, didn't he? I think his mother's from Kosovo, he was born in Spain, his dad was Belgian, he had lots of opportunities to pick different nationalities. In the end, he picked Belgium, and he went to the Euros with them. They didn't quite work out for him, but he was only about 17, 18, wasn't he, when he came through? It's a shame he didn't make it, actually. You know, when you think of these players, you have high hopes for him. Even as a City fan, you might think, you know, I don't want him to be good for United, but you know, it's good to see young players come through youth teams and do well. Unfortunately, Januzaj wasn't one of them, but in response to that, Manchester United have got Mason Greenwood out there today, and he has been he's been in the press a lot, hasn't he, Mason Greenwood, about his life off the field, his personal life, and he's only about 19, isn't he? 20 years old, Greenwood, and he can't let that get to him. Of course, at the same time, he needs to just maybe have a think sometimes and think, I'm a footballer here. I think he's signed a new contract worth $95,000 per week. He's going to be in the public eye, and he's got to be careful what he's doing off the field. But he's a good player. I think in terms of like these English talents that are coming through at the moment, I think Foden is definitely top. But then you've got Greenwood and Bukayo Saka in a close second place, all fighting with Foden to be the sort of biggest English prospects around at the moment. And the United team's on the screen now. If you're watching on BT Sport, Harry Maguire is on a yellow card. So if he wants to get booked in today's game, he will miss the return leg that will be at Old Trafford. David Silva returned to Old Trafford as well, back in Manchester. What a great thing to see. And it's such a shame Silva hasn't had his testimonial yet. But no, that will come around. So the United bench, you can see there, Shola Shortire, who's been scoring a lot of goals in the youth team for United's there. Amad Diallo, the number 19. New signing, very excited for him. Martial, Mata, Lindelof, Shaw, you know, top players on the United bench. I didn't quite see the Sociedad one. I think Barrenetxea's on there, 19-year-old winger. Barrenetxea is a pretty good player as well. Could be impressive for Sociedad if he comes on. Again, not one of those, you know, extremely rapid sort of quick wingers which we expect from in the Premier League. As a Premier League fan, you think, oh, you need players with pace. It's a bit different in La Liga. You don't necessarily need pace all the time to beat players. And we're close to kickoff now, as Bruno Fernandes stands over the ball to take kickoff. We're just waiting for the referee to be ready. Not too long now, surely. Still taking the time here, deciding. So Fernandes kicks the ball off. Manchester United versus Real Sociedad, and it's underway. And we do actually have crowd ambience from Sociedad. It's really loud right now, and we'll drop that audio down a lot. But that should be the Real Sociedad fans having a bit of a chant in the grounds, if you can hear that. I'm not quite sure. You let us know whether you can hear that at all. And if it's not too loud above my audio, just let us know in the comments, because I can't actually hear it myself. Jure says, hello, I hope Harry gets the book, but maybe not. Who knows? Great win for you against Everton. What a strike from Riyadh. Yeah, Mahrez with a wonder strike, wasn't it, on his left foot? Thank you very much, Jure. And, you know, I don't want United to win today, but if they play well, you know, I'm not biased enough to say, oh, they didn't deserve to win. If United did deserve to win, they deserve to win. And I hope it's a good game. That's all I want as a neutral, really, in this. I just want a good game between the two sides. And, yeah, I think United fans will be wanting Maguire to get booked, won't they? So we didn't have to play the return leg. And 1 minute into the game already, Harry Maguire on the ball there to Eric Bailly. And United can play this higher line with Eric Bailly. It's the thing that United fans and, you know, pundits have been going on about for a long time, is when Bailly plays with Maguire, they can play a higher line. Oh, Bailly's give it away, though. It's Isaac. He's quick. Januzaj. Januzaj! Oh, just wide of the post. Adnan Januzaj with a glorious chance to give Sociedad the lead there. 1 minute in. Eric Bailly slackened the ball. And I was praising Eric Bailly sort of to say how good he is. Ooh, Januzaj there with a shot on his left foot just past the post. Need to try to put that in the top corner, Januzaj. Would have been a wonder goal. But Isaac there working hard. Eric Bailly, I was saying, you know, United can play a higher line with Bailly, because we know Maguire's not quick, but Bailly is. And he sort of works. Oh, yeah. Rashford's in here. Marcus Rashford saved by Ramiro and cleared by Elizondo. Well, what a start to this game. First 2 minutes and both teams have had glorious chances. Marcus Rashford should be scoring there. 1-on-1 with Alex Ramiro. But like I said, Elizondo's a problem. We've still got onto my Eric Bailly point about playing a higher line with Eric Bailly because Maguire's slow. But Bailly's not so good on the ball. He's a bit clumsy. Ball in behind here to Isaac. Alexander Isaac's in. Oh, it's a save at near post by Dean Henderson. What a start to this game. It could be 2-1. It could be 2-1. Januzaj plays in Isaac between Maguire and Bailly. Bailly at fault again today. Again. They're showing the Rashford chance as well. Oh, Elizondo, too weak there. Which was Zubeldia, in fact. Rashford should have finished that. It's a good save by Ramiro. Corner for Sociedad, who then Januzaj played in Isaac. Tried to go to the near post. Henderson saved it. 3 chances in the opening 2 minutes. Ball comes in. Cleared away. Good tempo to this game. It's David Silva here. Here comes David. Great cross. Cleared away by Eric Bailly. Dan James goes to clear it away. United now attack. Well, what's this end-to-end? This game, surely it can't continue like this. It's Fred in the attack. Which space here for Greenwood on the right-hand side. He's up against Nacho Monreal. Oh, it's an overhit pass by Fred. And Greenwood can't keep it in. Wow. Exciting straight away in the Europa League. And if I'm honest, as a fan, I know, you say Europa League is the Mickey Mouse Cup and you always want your team to be in the Champions League. I have a soft spot for the Europa League. I actually think there's better teams in the Europa League. Now, I'm just looking at the side here. I think I've missed something. Has there been an injury in the warm-up for Sociedad? Because it's looking like a player that I said deserves to be in the team, Robin Lenormand, is in the team there. Camera zoomed in on him. I think Elizondo has picked up an injury in the warm-up, and it's Robin Lenormand who's in there. Here comes Januzaj, looking for Isaac. Goes to play Isaac. It's a good block by Manchester United, but what a start to this game. But I am thinking there, by the way the camera zoomed in, that was Robin Lenormand and not Elizondo. So Elizondo looks like he's been injured in the warm-up despite being on the team sheet. And it's Lenormand that is out there. Which is probably better for Sociedad because I'm not a fan of Elizondo. I really am not. Whereas I think Robin Lenormand, for a young man, is a solid defender. And I'm surprised a bigger club hasn't picked him up at some point. But they might do. He's only around 23 years of age, I think. Here's Nacho Monreal. Takes the throw in for United to Marino. David Silva picks it up. David Silva will control this game with his tempo, with his passing. Here's Zaldua. Januzaj. Good defending by Alex Telles. A player that's not really played much for Manchester United. He came in as a really exciting fullback, didn't he, from Porto, and scored a lot of goals, again, penalties and so on, but a lot of screamers, 40-yard goals. But he's not really settled at United yet. It is Robin Lenormand in at the back for Sociedad, so it must have been an injury for Elizondo at the back during the warm-up. But Alex Telles has not made the impact you'd expect he could make. Here's Monreal. Surely there'll be a few big clubs scouting the Sociedad players today. The Arzabal doing the pressing up against Dean Henderson. Good footwork from Henderson. Straight back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka on this right-hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes leaves it cleverly to Dan James, the Welshman. James not quite strong enough, and that's a throw into Real Sociedad. Bruno thinks that if he just throws it in himself, it'll go his way. We'll see it here. It's a good tackle by Monreal. Another one who's not that bad of a player, Nacho Monreal, is he really? Monreal throws it into Isaac. Fred with a high foot. Marino wins it back. He's got Isaac there to his left. Here is Alexander Isaac up against Wan-Bissaka. Great footwork. Great footwork from Isaac. For a big man, he's very good on the ball. Monreal with a cross, blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Doesn't go out behind for a corner. Monreal gives it into Marino and he knocks it behind for a throw in. Poor touch by Mikel Merino. Wan-Bissaka threw his body at the ball there to block that. United have a throw in here. The number 29, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Monreal pushing up high. Good pressing from Sociedad here, but that's why they get letting Man United in behind so easily at times. David Silva with a foot in. Bruno with a flick on. Here's McTominay. Manchester United break. McTominay wide to Marcus Rashford. Sociedad's defence could suffer here. Rashford. Oh, poor by Rashford. Still gets the end of it. Bruno Fernandes. Surprised he didn't throw himself on the ground there, Bruno Fernandes. There was a little bit of contact on him. He'll be disappointed in himself not diving. Rashford just got his feet stuck in the turf then. And couldn't keep it under his control. United are playing pretty well on the counter. Sociedad are looking good as well, though. Very even game at the moment. Exciting game, though. Wan-Bissaka, Dan James. Wide to Wan-Bissaka. Monreal's happy to let him cross. Wan-Bissaka just gives it away. Poor by Wan-Bissaka. Then dives in on Monreal. That's a nasty, nasty tackle from Wan-Bissaka. And that's his idiocy to always dive in. Here's Oyarzabal. Up against Bailly. Cross on his left foot. It's a good cross, but Isaac can't get across the back post. He's running off the front of Maguire. It's got to be a yellow card for Aaron Wan-Bissaka here. It is a yellow card for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Stupid tackle by Wan-Bissaka. I mean, he just slides in on Monreal for absolutely no reason. I just don't know why Wan-Bissaka's got this in his head that he has to dive in all the time. Dives in there. I mean, just pointless. You know, Monreal was not really going anywhere. He was at the corner flag pretty much. Telles takes the throw in from that cross from Oyarzabal that rolled out for one. Then he knocks it long, Telles with his head. Mendy. Back to Robin Lenormand, and he goes back to Alex Ramiro. Under pressure from Bruno Fernandes. Good play by Ramiro. Calm goalkeeping by the young Spaniard. Ramiro once more. Wide to Zubeldia. Monreal. Here's Oyarzabal. Touch on his left foot. Good hold-up play by Mikel Oyarzabal. Marino. Oh, dances through the challenges. Oyarzabal will drift inside. That's something Manchester United fans need to notice, that he will drift inside, and United themselves, the midfield, need to notice that. He'll come inside and make things happen. He's not necessarily going to be sitting on this left-hand side, far left. He wants to come inside and make passes. I mean, to me, he's like the left-footed Bernardo Silva. That's the best way I can describe him. Someone you can compare him to as a City fan or as a United fan, someone you'd see. He's like the left-footed Bernardo Silva in a sense. Here's Marino. Back to Ramiro. And I can see why City signed Ferran Torres over Oyarzabal, mainly because of the price, but also Torres is a bit younger and he's also a different style of player. And I mean, if City had, I mean, it's a bit different. I mean, if you had 11 Messis in your team, you wouldn't be complaining, would you? But you couldn't have a Messi in goal and in defence, and sometimes it can be a bit overkill. You need a bit of balance in your team. And if City had signed Oyarzabal, they would have had Bernardo on the right, Oyarzabal on the left, and it wasn't quite working. When I say a left-footed Bernardo Silva is left-footed anyway. I mean he plays on the left-hand side. That's what I meant by that. Throwing for Manchester United here. Telles. Fred, overhit pass, but Fred picks it up. I don't think Fred and McTominay are that bad of a midfield pairing, to be honest. They just, at times, they're not offensive enough, are they? From a United fan's point of view, you'd be looking at that and thinking, you know, we want someone to play the passes forward. They're a reasonable balance between each other. Rashford's got in here with a good pass from Telles, but it's just got a bit of curl on that pass from Telles, and it goes behind for a throw-in for Sociedad. Here's that chance. It was Henderson that lumped it over the top to Rashford. Rashford just couldn't finish it. And Zubeldia doing, was it Zaldua there, in fact, doing really well at fullback to put that ball behind. Only for a throw-in. Here is Zubeldia. Mendy dropping in between the centre-backs. Mikel Merino. The Sociedad manager is also a man to keep an eye on. Could be moving to a bigger club in the future. Maybe a bigger club in Spain. Although Sociedad are pretty big, aren't they, really? In Spain, you've only got Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico, and I don't think he suits any of them. I don't think they take him either. I think he'd suit Barcelona, in fact, but that's not going to be happening. Here's Ramiro. Bruno Fernandes is playing through the middle for Manchester United. Cleared away. Maguire knocks it behind for a throw-in. No, he doesn't. To Marino. Poor touch by Marino. Gives it away, but wins it back. And here's Isaac. And settle. Real Sociedad. In with a good chance there. Isaac, if you could have played that pass. Sociedad with 3-on-2. Maguire and Bailly is left at the back there. Poor United defending once again. Full-backs are pushing forward and leaving the centre-backs exposed. Here's Eric Bailly. 1 minute can look like a calm, composed centre-back. The next, just terrible. Like he can't control the football. It's very odd. is Scott McTominay. And he's injury prone as well. Not a bad defender. But I can see why Solskjaer doesn't play him. Worried of always him getting injured. Ball in behind here. Good block away from Lenormand. Bruno Fernandes. Key man for Manchester United. Wanting to make things happen. Trying always. Fernandes, he always picks a forward pass, doesn't he, pretty much? And that's why he's dispossessed so much. Because he's always looking to play a pass in behind. Henderson. Looks to send it long again. Out to Tellez. Good header away by Zaldua. Fred picks it up and gives it back to Sociedad though with Iramendi. Here's Mikel Merino. Oh, poor switch. Merino's not having a good game in the middle at the moment. Luckily Dan James can't control the football and Sociedad back in possession with Merino. Good run by Nacho Monreal and Merino could have found him there but it doesn't. Back to Iramendi. Zaldua in space on this right hand side. Rashford tucking in. Giving Zaldua the space. Poor pass by Zaldua. United can counter now because the fullback's out of position. Is Marcus Rashford. Oh, pass here and Mendy too easily. Rashford. Got Mason Greenwood on the left doing which he's found. Fernandes at the back post. Good defending by Nacho Monreal. Shows experience there. Read that pass a mile off. Not the best of defending by Sociedad once again. Fernandes into the box and that's a really poor pass. Into the hands of Alex Ramiro. Sociedad don't actually have the same transfer policy as Bilbao, despite having this Basque, despite being from the Basque region, of course, you know, with Bilbao, they only sign Basque players. As for Sociedad, they have a majority of Basque players, I think, but they're not too bothered about that. I mean, when they've got a Swedish man up front in Alexander Isaac, I think you could tell that straight away. But mainly French and Spanish players, and Tottenham are 1-0 up against, is it Wolfsburg? A 12th minute goal from Son, and it's gone behind for a corner here for Sociedad. Eric Bailly can't keep it in. Chance to swing one in. Not really got big men though. Sociedad at the back to try and get up for this one. Just noticed we've hit 567 subscribers. Thank you very much to whoever subscribed. Thank you very, very much. Maybe we can, just maybe by doing this little double live stream tonight, we can get to 570. Adnan Januzaj, the Belgian, comes across to take this corner. Pretty competent with both feet. Januzaj, left foot, right foot. Going to cross this with his left foot. And it swings. Oh, there's a chance here. Ooh, it bobbled like a pinball in the box there. Come off a few Manchester United players, but no Sociedad player can sort of get the foot on it and sort of direct it into goal. Here's Zubeldia. Iramendi. Got a good passing range on him, the midfielder. Very clever with his passing as well. Zaldua. Poor pass given away to Tellez. Rashford, United looking the counter again. Rashford's looking lively. Good play. Fred, that's better from United. Moving it quick, Fred, for the midfield. And Wan-Bissaka up the right hand side. It's an overhit pass from Scott McTominay. And United were in then. Had a good chance and overload on this right hand side. It was good play from United though. Fred moving it very quickly into McTominay's path, and that's a criticism of Fred and McTominay. They don't move the ball quick enough. They sideways passes. Did better there. Captain Mendy back to Lenormand. Longy sends it on his left foot straight into the path of Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes, great one into McTominay. Great play by Scott McTominay. Ramiro with a save. McTominay wants a penalty. He's not going to get one for that. Fernandes comes off him. It's a goal kick. Tries to cross it. Fernandes hits the... Mendy comes back off Bruno Fernandes and behind for a goal kick. This is the chance again though. Fernandes played a really good pass to McTominay. Good feet by McTominay to beat Lenormand. And then the shot. A bit of an unorthodox save by Ramiro there. Saves it with his legs. But he still saved it no matter what, doesn't he? So, still 0-0. But United finding space in this behind the Sociedad side. And McTominay there bursting forward. Started his career, and he's a striker for Manchester United. Moved back to midfield mainly because of his frame, I think, under Jose Mourinho. But he shows his ability when he's going forward, as well as defensively. I don't think he would have ever made it as a striker, Scott McTominay. Not at the top level anyway. Hence why he's in midfield as well. Nacho Monreal with a throw-in for Real Sociedad. Isaac stood there in all sorts of space. Thrown to Oyarzabal, who gives it away. Macho Monreal does really well again. Been impressed by Monreal. Rashford pressing the goalkeeper. And he gives it to Zaldua. Back to Zubeldia, is it? Ramiro. Lenormand looking to bring the ball forward. We'll see here. Ball comes forward here. Back into the hands of Dean Henderson. Too easy for United, that one. Sociedad not really troubling him there. Here's Harry Maguire. Good pass into Scott McTominay. Away from the press of Sociedad. Wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's going to bring the ball forward now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Terrible pass from Wan-Bissaka straight to the keeper, Ramiro. Just rolls it straight to him. Disappointment. Lenormand. Here's Monreal, Oyarzabal. Good play from Oyarzabal. Isaac, great play from Alexander Isaac. Oyarzabal, unlucky, tries to switch. Difficult technique to get that one over there. He had a few players around him, Manchester United players, and couldn't make that pass. There's Alex Telles for Manchester United. Great ball by Telles. It's Bruno Fernandes into Marcus Rashford. What a save. Ramiro Fernandes on the header. Cleared off the line by Lenormand. Rashford's missed 2 sitters now. Should be 1-0 Manchester United. Fernandes set him up. What a ball by Telles through to Fernandes. Rashford puts it straight down the middle of the goalkeeper. Ramiro saves it. Bruno Fernandes with a header as the keeper saved it back to him. And it was cleared off the line by Robin Lenormand. United should be 2-0 up. They'll be very disappointed. Marcus Rashford, I don't know how he's not finished that. Really poor from Marcus Rashford to miss that one. Here's Eric Bailly, but United are growing into this game. And look the most dangerous side at the moment. Sociedad had a good few chances in the early minutes, didn't they? But not working at the moment for them. Telles, Fernandes. Oh, fouling him by Zaldua. Fernandes makes the most of it. Oh, it's here, Mendy. He does get the ball, but he gets half of Fernandes' leg as well. Great ball. This is by Telles through to Fernandes. He sets up Rashford perfectly. Oh, it's a terrible attempt by Rashford. Good save by Ramiro. But Rashford should have scored that. Again with the legs of Alex Ramiro. I mean, anywhere Rashford he puts that, it's going in. Other than down the middle. And he puts it straight down the middle at Alex Ramiro. Aimless ball in there by, I think it was it Fernandes? On the left-hand side, or Telles. Over everyone in the throw-in to Real Sociedad. Beatrice says, we hate United, we do. Yes. Not a big fan of them, to be honest. Who'd have thought? But when commenting on Manchester United games, unless they play in City, you've got to try and not be biased. Because there could be some United fans, like Jirafa, of course, who want to watch United and listen to us. And, you know, I've got to be impartial to do commentary on games sometimes. But sometimes you can't hide it all the time. Bailly back to Maguire. 20 minutes gone in today's game. The first of 2 streams today. Arsenal Benfica after this one. Straight after this one. There won't be much time for a changeover. Here's Dean Henderson. Looks long again. Fernandes. Going to Zaldua, and Zaldua knocks it away. And he's going to bobble back to Alex Ramiro easily. The Sociedad keeper. He's looking around. Ramiro where to pass it. Rolls it out to Robin Lenormand. Here's Monreal. Bit of a pushing in from Dan James. Monreal can't keep hold of that one. McTominay dribbles it out of play. Throw into Sociedad. Monreal's one of them players where he's not a world beater at left back, but he always does a job for your team. And I thought he was always very solid at Arsenal. Never really let them down. Replay of Telles' cross here. Don't know why they're replaying that Telles cross, because it was a mile over everyone. Nikai says United is bad, City is good. I agree with that one. Last 10 years, Manchester United have just not... Yeah, it is 10 years, isn't it? I can't believe it. Just not been up to the level that City have been. Apart from that 1 year where Sir Alex Ferguson managed to win the Premier League in his last season. Foul here by Fred on Oyarzabal. Studs in. Hardly touches Oyarzabal, but it is a free kick. He's gone studsing up on his boot. Sociedad manager thinking of things a little bit. Rethinking maybe tactics here. They got a chance to swing a ball in here. Like we said, they haven't really got big men to be danger from set pieces. Sociedad, but that tends to be when they get the small men in the box picking the ball up on rebound and scoring, doesn't it? Januzaj with a clip in. What a terrible, terrible cross by Januzaj. Just straight out for a throw in. Didn't even go near a Sociedad player. Really poor from Adnan Januzaj. And Tellers will take the throw in for Manchester United. It's deep in United's half though. Facing the box. Oh, Bruno Fernandes around the corner brilliantly. McTominay bursts away again. Then past the Oyarzabal. He's looking for James. He should have played James. He does play James eventually. Here comes the Welsh winger. He's quick, but he's not really good at anything else. Fernandes. Cut it back to him. McTominay. Fernandes once again. He's looking for Rashford at the back post. Oh, terrible clearance by Zaldua. Missed the ball. It hits Rashford. I'm very fortunate for Sociedad that it fell to their player. Maguire brings it forward. Alex Tellez. It's Greenwood, in fact. Great skill by Greenwood. Fred flicks it over to Greenwood. Good defending by Sociedad. Here's Isaac. Oh, he's gone past Bailly too easily there. Alexander Isaac bursting away here. Maguire with a good tackle. Isaac still going. And Henderson clears it behind for a throw-in. But Isaac is the danger man at the moment for Manchester United. They really are struggling against his pace. They are struggling. Isaac here. Just straight past Eric Bailly. He's struggling. And Isaac bursts away from him. Good tackle by Maguire. Henderson just kicks it behind in case it... I mean, if he went to pick that up and Isaac dinked it over him. It's clever goalkeeper from Henderson. But Eric Bailly's having a very tough game. Tough time as well. Mixed the two words there nearly. Against Alexander Isaac. Januzaj. Oh, see you later, Alex Tellez. And then Januzaj knocks it behind for a goal kick. Very unlucky there, Januzaj. Did brilliantly to beat Tellez. A little nutmeg on him. But his second touch was poor and it goes behind for a goal kick. A replay there. The chance that Fernandes set up Marcus Rashford perfectly. And Marcus Rashford, how he's missed that. It's an absolute sitter. Here's Harry Maguire from the goal kick. United trying to play it out from the back. Tellez lost it again. You know what? Alex Tellez, he did look good in the Portuguese league. He's not up to standard, is he? For Manchester United, I don't think. I think Luke Shaw's the far better player. Swung in by Sociedad. Cleared away. Marino. Over the top to Oyarzabal. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Tries to lay it off Oyarzabal. Not enough in that. Dan James has a run. Fernandes looks for the long ball over to Rashford. And this is where United have got a problem because it's the pace. Oh, and Alex Romero. He's playing in midfield now, the Sociedad keeper. Great switch of play as well by the keeper. Well, Rashford there. Every time he's in behind. Sociedad are playing a high line and they're struggling defensively. Fernandes just knocking balls in behind, long balls, and Rashford getting in behind. But Alex Romero quick off his line. Stop what could have been a certain goal there for United if Rashford was one-on-one. Although, judging by Rashford's opening 25 minutes, he's not been so good in one-on-one situations. Here's Januzaj. Silva. Januzaj again. Good footwork from Januzaj. Ooh, taken down by Tellez. It's a throw-in for Manchester United. Not enough in it. Januzaj tried to buy that free kick a bit, didn't he? And he was never going to get it. Tellez up and under to clear. Fernandes throws his body in it. Iyamendi, who knocks it up and over the top to Isaac. It's David Silva, and Silva's been very quiet. In fact, in midfield, I've hardly mentioned the name. Nick Isaacs, come on, Sociedad needs to win this. Don't think they will, to be honest with you. Bruno Fernandes is in here. Ramiro out. Fernandes in. Bruno Fernandes scores. Goal for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes scores. Alex Romero has been very good in goal for Sociedad today. It's another ball over the top. Romero comes out. Oh, he comes out to pick this ball up, Alex Romero. And his own centre-back, I think Zubeldia, touches it past him. And he just falls to Fernandes with an open net to put the ball into. bad defending there by Sociedad. We said that's their biggest problem, defence. And I wouldn't say it's Ramiro's fault, the goalkeeper. He's come out to claim that. And Zabeldi's knocked it in behind him. And Manchester United take a 1-0 lead against Sociedad. And of course, despite it not being in Spain, this is a big game. And it still is an away goal, isn't it? It's still an away goal for Manchester United here. Well, the VAR in this, I think. Oh, well, VAR didn't last very long. Nikoi says, my day is ruined. Well, it's time yet, Nikoi, for Sociedad to get back into this. They look very good offensively. They've gotten behind United a few times, but defensively, they're going to struggle because they're clearly not up to defending a long ball. And sort of creators of their own downfall there. It was their own fault. Poor defending by Zabeldia, Lenormand, Ramiro, the goalkeeper, communication between each other. And Bruno Fernandes puts it into an empty net. 1-0 Manchester United. Down the line to Yarzabal, up against Eric Bailly. Bailly gets there and puts it behind for a throw-in. No nonsense stuff from Eric Bailly. Here's Nacho Monreal. Looking to throw the ball in. No long throw-ins you don't see from Spanish sides. Yarzabal back to Monreal. Clever ball. Monreal with a cross. Great cross over everyone though. Zaldua picks up with the back post. Looking to take on Tellez. Nearly. Cross that's blocked by Tellez. Back into Januzaj. David Silva picks it up. Silva down to Zaldua. Sociedad could go backwards here unless they can play a forward pass. Zabeldia does. Zaldua. David Silva. Oh, Januzaj. Not aware to that one. And David Silva's pass rolls behind for a goal kick. They're just showing the replay of the United goal here. They did check it for offside. Fernandes was a mile onside. An absolute mile onside. And Tottenham Hotspur, news from the other game, have gone 2-0 up now. Gareth Bale in the 28th minute has given them a 2-0 lead over German side Wolfsburg. Who I think they are playing Wolfsburg. But we'll see. United take their time on this goal kick. Just having a bit of a breather. They want to play it out from the back, United. Desperate to. Into Maguire. Fred. Good play by United. Here's McTominay. He's bursting away again. And then he's fouled by Zaldua. Free kick for Manchester United. Did well there to play out from the back. Very quick, swift little play out from the back. And they got through. Kids Plays. Welcome, Kids Plays. Hi, everyone. Hi to you. Scott McTominay there. He's having a good game in the midfield for Manchester United. Amindu says, who the hell is United? We don't know them, but we know City. Very true. They currently 1-0 at Manchester United and they're playing pretty well, unfortunately. Of course, they're not in the Champions League, though, are they? They're in the Europa League. Manchester City are in the Champions League. Free kick for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes looks to swing it in. It's Tellez with a swing in. Maguire is at the back post there, sort of, but cleared away by Iriamendi, the captain. Bit of an odd one to let Tellez take that over Bruno Fernandes. I think Rashford's going over to take this corner. I think he might be a bit disappointed with his performance, Rashford. Should have scored, shouldn't he? Twice. Had two really good opportunities, glorious opportunities, one-on-one with the keeper. And he's missed them both. Tellez goes across to take the corner. Can play it short to Rashford as well. The referee wants a word with Lenormand and McTominay first. No more pushing, he says. Tellez, I think he's going to play this one short to Rashford, although maybe he will swing it in. Got a good cross on him, Tellez. Good set piece taker. And he swings it straight to Sociedad player Marino and nods it away. It's a throw-in for Manchester United just over the halfway line. And a good start. 31 minutes played to this game. The game slowed down a bit, but Sociedad made a big mistake at the back, haven't they? And it gave Manchester United a 1-0 lead. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the throw-in. Fernandes over the top to a Sociedad player. Poor clearance to Rashford, and he goes over the top to Dan James, who is offside. And at 8 o'clock tonight is the kickoff. Arsenal versus Benfica, the other game, which we will be covering here live on this channel. Make sure you don't miss out on that one as well. Robin Lenormand brings the ball forward. Monreal. Good hold-up play from Januzaj, who switched this left-hand side. Oh, Wan-Bissaka being sent all over the place here. It's a foul by Wan-Bissaka. He fouled Januzaj multiple times there. Januzaj with a lovely little drag pack around him. And Wan-Bissaka does what he does and just dives in. I don't think the foul's given for the tackle there where he slid in. It was before that. The multiple fouls on Adnan Januzaj. So he said, pretty unsure on who to take this one. Marino's going to take it, who's passing. He's been pretty much to everyone in a black shirt so far today. Shorty goes to Monreal. Marino. Throw in for Sociedad. Blocked away from United. Sociedad look a bit rattled at the moment, to be honest. Not playing their usual game. Amindu says, come on, David Silva beat Man United. Well, David Silva has been very quiet. Is Alexander Isak? No. The most lively player for Sociedad. Oyarzabal on this right-hand side. Onto his left foot, Oyarzabal. Still going Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal. Lays it off to Januzaj. Oh, and Adnan Januzaj. The quality of cross lets him down. Oyarzabal does so well there. He's drawing the United players in, making him think like he's going to have a shot on his left foot. Puts a really good ball into Januzaj. And you see Isak there in lots of space in the box. Maguire's just getting across him. But if Januzaj can play a ball to the front post, I'm pretty sure Isak would have got his head on that. And Januzaj puts it out for a goal kick. Terrible cross from Adnan Januzaj on his left foot. It looks like permanently Oyarzabal is going to go out to that right-hand side and Januzaj to this left-hand side. Zaldua there wins it and Oyarzabal gives it away. Greenwood loses it to a Sociedad player. Mendy into Oyarzabal. Here comes Sociedad again. Mikel Oyarzabal into David Silva. Great touch by David Silva. Just can't lay it off to Januzaj. Cleared away, but David Silva somehow managed to get that ball under his spell. But just couldn't get the right pass as he was off balance, falling into Adnan Januzaj. Kids' places I call Real Sociedad Sociedadi. Fair enough. Here's Mendy. Lenormand. Back to Mendy once again. Sociedad. Bit of sustained pressure on United here. 2 attacks, but we'll see what happens. Good turn by Marino. Good football from Marino. Into David Silva. Oyarzabal. Marino. Oh, his first touch lets him down. Luckily, he's been fouled by James. It's a free kick to United. Tottenham Hotspur 3-0 up now. Lucas Moura's made it 3-0 after 34 minutes. So, sounds like Tottenham Hotspur are going through in the Europa League. Mikel Merino here. He fell on the ball. The referee's given a free kick to Manchester United. It's a strange decision. Amindu says Manchester is blue, not red. Man United cry because we won the Premier League. Yeah, I mean, famous quote from Sir Alex Ferguson, will City ever win the Premier League? And he said, not in his lifetime. Well, if they win it again this season, what's that, number 4, number 5? I'm losing track of the amount of times they've won it. United on the ball here. Rashford, he goes backwards. Kids' places, it's not over till it's over. Exactly, and so said I've got plenty of time to win this game. But at the moment, I'd say if you're a betting man, Manchester United would be a safe bet. Get better odds for Sociedad though. Here's Telles down the line to Rashford. 1-on-1 with Mendy. Good tackle. Very good tackle by the Spaniard. And good footwork. Sends it long. David Silva. Great footwork from David Silva. Mikel Merino gets a bit lucky there with his touch. Oh, good turn in his box. Brave play. Really brave play from Mikel Merino. This is good football from Sociedad. This is what I expected them. Alex Ramiro. Monreal. Ooh, going in his own goal there if he wasn't careful. Ramiro just lumps it away, Ramiro, in the end. He had a pass there. He'd been brave all that time. Januzaj. Wan-Bissaka in ahead of him, and Scott McTominay picks the ball up. McTominay goes back to base with Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire. Maguire sends it long to Rashford. Poor pass. Straight back to Sociedad. United just looking for that ball over the top to Rashford. It's working every time. Zaldua is not the quickest of fullbacks. There he is though, Zaldua. Taking the time on the ball a bit here with the Mendy. United not looking to press him. Rashford finally does and allows him to play through the space. David Silva. Mikel Oyarzabal. Good pass into Isaac. Across the box and Mason Greenwood slice it over his own bar. Could have put it in his own goal there, Mason Greenwood. Very lucky not to. Oyarzabal unlocking defence again. Alexander Isaac's movement is absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, Manchester City, I know they want a striker. If they need 2 strikers and you want a backup to a big man, I don't think he could lead the line for City. He's not, but he could in the future, I suppose. Oh, Fernandes here. Could lose it in his own box, which he has to Marino. Cuts it back. Zubeldia! Blocked by Eric Bailly. And Mason Greenwood, terrible clearance by Greenwood, just up. Fred can't control the football. Loses that to Isaac. Maguire nods it away. David Silva picks it up and down to Oyarzabal. Oh, into David Silva. Brilliant by Oyarzabal. David Silva. Still David Silva. Oh, still David Silva. Across the box. Cleared away. Well played, David Silva. Into the box again. Marie. Oh, Henderson's dropped it. Well, to me, it looked like Nacho Monreal there. Crossing by Oyarzabal. Oh, Henderson had it in 2 hands. He did have it in 2 hands as Monreal headed that. It looked like he dropped it, in fact. And Bailly cleared it off the line anyway. And it's a free kick because Henderson had the ball in 2 hands there. He did have the ball in 2 hands, to be fair to me. It did look initially like he dropped it. Oh, Zaldua. Good play by the fullback. He's going away and away. Oh, it's got to be a foul on Zaldua. Apparently not. And United will counter. Thought it was a foul on Zaldua there. Marcus Rashford. Greenwood far on the right-hand side. He's going to find Greenwood, surely. Rashford tries. Very greedy for Marcus Rashford. He could have passed it there. He should have been feeding Mason Greenwood on the right-hand side. He was worrying about feeding kids and not Greenwood there, though. Here's David Silva. Marino. Neo Mendy. And Nanyanazai. David Silva. Sociedad slowing the game down, but they will play to David Silva's tempo. He can control the tempo of the game. That's what City miss, in fact. Here's Zaldua. Oh, he's in space here. Chance for a cross. Oh, Oyarzabal in there, headed away by Eric Bailly. Eddie Mendy deals with it. Sociedad have started to take control of this game now. Lenormand, what are you doing? Forwards. Well played. David Silva. Took a strange touch backwards then. Isaac. Alexander Isaac. He's looking like a top forward. Here's Nacho Monreal. Back he goes to Marino. Off balance. Dan James in on him. Marino. Big tackle by Alex Marino. Wan-Bissaka dives in there. He's got to be careful, Wan-Bissaka, because he's on a yellow card. Kids Places, do you think City will win the FA Cup, the Champions League, the Premier League and the Carabao Cup? I think the Carabao Cup and Premier League. I cannot see City winning every competition. I know they've got a big squad, but, I can't see City doing it if they do it. What an achievement that is. I think Guardiola might say, that's enough from me. I really do. I think he said that before when City had the chance to win all the competitions. I'd love them to do it. I don't think they'll win the Champions League. I think they'll win the Premier League. They should do now. I think they'll win the Carabao Cup. I think there's still a long way to go in the FA Cup. And I know Everton weren't so good against City the other night, but if they've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin back and, it's the chance for them to win a trophy in the Carlo Ancelotti, they'll be really up for it. So I'd say, I think you're right with that one. Carabao Cup and Premier League. I think that's a realistic chance for City. I think Champions League's the one they all want, but they don't turn up in the Champions League, do they? Here's Bruno Fernandes. Long ball to Rashford again on that right-hand side. Good ball. Romero ready to come off his line. Zaldua up against Rashford. Rashford gets there ahead of Zaldua. Keeps it in. And Zaldua puts it behind for a corner. Rashford just running up and down that left flank. And he looks like he's picked up an injury though, Marcus Rashford here. Down on his knees. Not looking good. Scott McTominay's down as well. It looks like he's injured as well. So Scott McTominay could be coming off. Maybe we see Donny van der Beek. Surprised he didn't start, to be honest. Clear foul on Zaldua by Tellez there. I'm surprised that wasn't a free kick before. United got on the counter. But Rashford could not pass it to Mason Greenwood. one thing in his mind, that was to try and get a goal for himself. Kai McKevitt says, nah, I think this is our season for the Champions League. I'd love to have your optimism, Kyle, but, you know, unfortunately, I've got to go past for City, and they've just been poor in the past, haven't they, every time they've been in the Champions League, unfortunately. Corner comes in towards Maguire, cleared away from David Silva, who beats Harry Maguire in the air. Don't see that very often. But I just don't think City will win the Champions League. Just off the past, they just never seem to turn up, do they? Or they make stupid mistakes. I mean, if they'd lost to Bayern Munich or foul by Eric Bailly on Oyarzabal, it could be a yellow card for Bailly. Nasty tackle there. I think if City had gone past Lyon last season and got knocked out to the eventual winners Bayern Munich in the semi-final, who they would have played in the semis, I would have accepted it. And I would have had a bit more optimism this season. But if you lose to Lyon, there's something not right, isn't there? I just can't see it happening. A nasty foul by Oyarzabal there. Luckily he's alright, Miko Oyarzabal. And Sociedad back in possession with Robin Lenormand. Brings the ball forward, Oyarzabal. Oh, poor touch, unlike him. Oyarzabal. Fernandez, great turn. And he plays Greenwood. They're in again, United here. It could be 2-0. Greenwood. Fernandez. McTominay, back to Fernandez. And he can't get in the end of that one, Bruno Fernandez. And he seems to have just got clipped there by Lenormand in the box. Fernandez is down holding his foot. I mean, if Fernandez got injured, United would be in big trouble, wouldn't they? Because they'd never score. Because there's no one to create the chances or to score them either. Lenormand just gets a touch on Fernandez's foot there. But I think he'll be fine. He tends to make the most of things. Oh, Monreal with a foul there. It will be a yellow card for Nacho Monreal, maybe. He's lucky not to get a yellow card for that. Give the ball away just on the edge of his box. Dan James running away and Monreal takes him down. He had no other option, really. It's his own fault, Monreal. A terrible first touch. Kids Play says, Liverpool or PSG are going to win the Champions League. I think, you know what, PSG, Bayern Munich. And you know what, you can never write off Real Madrid. I know they've been poor this season in La Liga, Real Madrid. But that doesn't mean anything, doesn't it, the Champions League? It's a cup competition. You've just got to perform in a few games. They're still definitely up there. I know City knocked them out last year. And City fans, we got quite excited, didn't we? But it proved nothing in the end, did it, when you get knocked out by Lyon? Terrible game. I mean, the referees weren't on City's side, were they, really? Some dodgy decisions like the foul on Laporte, and Sterling's missed sitter. But got to be better. Got to be better, City. Fernandez swings a cross in to the near post and cleared by Monreal very easily. Oh, Januzaj gives it away to Fernandez easily, though. Fernandez wins it back in the box. Back holding his foot, Bruno Fernandez. Added time, 45 minutes played. They've not yet told us how many minutes they've added on. Just a blank box. There's absolutely no minutes of added time. Well, what an end-to-end first half that has been. Manchester United lead Sociedad by 1-0. Been exciting the first half, been end-to-end. Alexander Isak looks like the big danger for United defensively. And Rashford looks like the danger for Sociedad. Just lucky for them, he can't finish his chances, Rashford, because he's terrible in one-on-one positions. So Bruno Fernandes' 27th minute goal gives United a 1-0 lead over Real Sociedad in this first leg of the Europa League. And Bruno Fernandes limps off at half-time. That could be a big issue for Manchester United. We will go for a short break over half-time, and we will be back for second half. Please, like we said, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Get your friends, family, anyone to subscribe, and we'll continue to chat with the live comments. If you want to, give me anything to talk about for the second half, then please do leave it in the comments, and I'll bring it up in the second half. So thanks very much, and we'll see you in a few minutes over half-time.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for the extra content. And it is extra content today. Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. Sociedad currently 1-0 down to Manchester United in the Europa League first leg. We've got Kids Plays in the comments here saying, I'll share this. Thank you very much, Kids Plays. That makes a big difference, sharing the videos. And the more people that see the videos and see the channel, surely the more people will subscribe as well. Well, that's what we're hoping anyway. We're at 567 subscribers at the moment. We want to hit 1,000 as quickly as possible. Can you do that for us? You know, only you guys can tell us. You know, only you guys can answer that question pretty much, can't you? Can we get to 1,000 subscribers? And Kids Play says, who do you think will win the Champions League? I'm going to go with Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. I think it's their year, isn't it? After watching them against Barcelona, they tore them apart. I think their biggest test will be, once again, Bayern Munich. But I think it's their time. It's been coming for a while, I think, PSG winning the Champions League, so surely it's going to happen this time. I think once Neymar's back playing, Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi up top, they're a bit of an unstoppable force, and they've got a pretty competent manager now in Pochettino. He's never won anything, but he knows how to get his side to a Champions League final. And if he knows how to get his side there, he just needs to make sure he doesn't make the mistakes he made with Spurs, and I don't think he will, but I think definitely PSG have got to be favourites. GB says hi. Hello to you, GB. Good to have you. And Kids Plays disagree, PSG. Yeah, definitely PSG. I think solid defensively. They've got a good defence. They've got a good goalkeeper, haven't they, midfield. I think Paredes is one of the most underrated midfielders around there. Verratti, everyone knows how good Marco Verratti is. They've got Di Maria to come back. Can fit in there in the midfielder on the wings. They're just unstoppable, aren't they? And I think Moise Keane's looking like a real force of a striker at the moment. So PSG have got to be favourites in my mind. That's who I think will win it. I think these are the teams that you could, sort of throw in there. I think Bayern Munich, never write Bayern Munich off, like I've said. And like I said, never write Real Madrid off. Because Real Madrid, it's a cup competition. And Liverpool as well. Liverpool are experienced now in the Champions League. Something City aren't. They know what it's like to get to the final and lose. They know what it's like to get to a final and win. So you can't rule out Liverpool either. I just think they're not the Liverpool of old, are they? And Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez aren't coming back anytime soon. So they're not going to have a defence either for the rest of the season, for the rest of the Champions League season as well. Definitely not Manchester United winning the Champions League, though, because they're in the Europa League. Like today, and they face Real Sociedad. Spurs, I think, are 4-0 up at half-time at the moment, 3-0 up anyway. So they look like they've already booked their place in the next round, the round of 32, I think it is in the Europa League, because it goes to 64 teams, the first round. United were pretty unlucky, weren't they, to draw Sociedad, but at the moment, they're the better side, United. Sociedad have had more possession, played with the ball a bit more, but United, just the same pass keeps happening for United. A long ball in behind to Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. And he's grabbing the goals, isn't he? Well, grabbing the goals, he's grabbing the chances, the opportunities. He should be 3-0 to United. I suppose Sociedad have had 2 chances. Alexander Isak, to me, he's a top player. He really is. Yitus Mop says City. Yeah, no City today, unfortunately. Yitus, it is Manchester United, the rivals. Title rivals, you could say, despite City being top of the Premier League table. But they're winning today, Manchester United. And what we do is we have a second channel, the We Are City Extra channel, where we usually do these streams on. But until we get to maybe 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing them on the main channel, just so we get a bit more awareness of the fact that we do these lives, so people understand that we have a second channel. Because we haven't been, quite a few of you guys in there today in this chat, which is great to see. But on the second channel, we've not been noticing that as much. So we just want to get you aware as much as possible to this channel. Like we said, we need to hit 1,000 subscribers before we start making other channels, really. We've got 2 channels, and they will be being used. The City Extra channel and the City Social channel, based upon the City kits, home, away, and third kit. And the logos will be updated and the branding as the City kits come in next year. And luckily, City aren't still sponsored by Nike, because if they was, then you'd see some terrible branding, wouldn't you? Some dull branding. Whereas, luckily, Puma come with some nice ideas, and that's something we can work with. So the 2 sides coming back out into the field now. Manchester United and Sociedad. Mikel Oyarzabal, captain there for Sociedad. And this game is live on BT Sport 1. If you want to watch it. Leicester versus Slavia Prague is on ESPN. And Spurs versus Wolfsburg is on BT Sport 2. We've actually gone down subscribers now to 566. Someone's just unsubscribed. This happens. You go up and down all the way through. I think the person who's just subscribed may be unsubscribed. We'll see. But please do continue to subscribe. Get us up to that 600 mark at some point. Surely we're not too far away from that. Of course, we've got all the FIFA videos on the channel, as well as these live streams. Kids Play says City might turn up to the semi-final of the Champions League, though. Yeah, they might get to the semi-final. I think the semi-final is a realistic expectation for City. I don't think the final is, to be honest. I don't think we'll make it, but we'll see. Two sides of the field here for Manchester United and Real Sociedad. Ball on the centre circle spot. Ready for kick-off. Referee checks the goalkeepers are ready. Henderson and Ramiro. And he blows his whistle. Manchester United versus Sociedad. Second half. Live from Turin. And Lenormand brings the ball forward for Real Sociedad. It's Ian Dark and Robbie Savage on commentary, so turn them off and turn me on. Why would you want to listen to Robbie Savage talk about football? Here's Robin Lenormand. Back to the goalkeeper Ramiro. I've been impressed with it. I actually quite like Ramiro from what I've seen of him. You know, I do think he is a pretty underrated goalkeeper. So I said I got a throw in here. Poor clearance, but deflected away. I think Rashford. Sociedad need to be a bit better in the second half. Finish their chances. I mean, United not had many chances, really, have they? When you talk about, you know, Sociedad not had chances like United, but United have scored the chances that Fernandes had anyway, not the Rashford ones. Here's so Oyarzabal on this left-hand side. Overlap from Moreno. Oh, it's Monreal. Wan-Bissaka blocks. Monreal again. Another cross in. Eric Bailly away. Fernandes knocks it on. Woo! Woo, that was some hit. Who hit that then? I think it was Robin Lenormand, the centre-back. The ball just bounced on the edge of the box. Come in from about 30 yards on the volley. I tell you what, he sweetly struck that. Bit more power in that. Could have got in the top corner. In the end, it didn't trouble Henderson, but just a shock that he's actually hit that. Maguire to Telles. Telles down the line to Rashford. And behind for a throw-in. United know that Rashford's the out ball. And that's what they're going to keep looking for. Here come Sociedad passing it around the back once more. Lenormand. Definitely much more in control, Sociedad, than United of the game. But it doesn't mean anything sometimes. Is Januzaj been poor? Kids plays the Spurs 1-0 up, yeah. And offside there against Alexander Isak. Yeah, Spurs 3-0 up. They look like they're going through to the next round of the Europa League. No doubts there. Ooh, Isak just made a run a little bit too early there. It's a good run though by Alexander Isak. He knew he was offside. It's a good run. He did try to bend his run. If he bent it a little bit more, United could have been in a lot more trouble. Maguire and Bailly were not aware of that run by Isak. Or Isak. I think it is Isak. Alexander Isak. But of course the name is Swedish. I'm not familiar with the Swedish language, so I wouldn't know exactly how that name's pronounced. Zaldua's got a chance for a throw in here. Sends it up to Januzaj. Telles to him. Januzaj holds him off. Spins Telles with ease. Great play by Januzaj. Ball behind to Isak. Up against Eric Bailly. Bailly wins that race. And it's a free kick, I think, for Sociedad for the foul on Januzaj. No advantage came with that pass because Bailly beat Alexander Isak to the ball. And it will be a free kick for Real Sociedad. Rashford keeps saying it's further back. Well, that's about it was more near the edge of the pitch, wasn't it, really, to the byline, but they've let it go there. Lenormand. Marino. Good pass there. Really nice pass. Not sure if he meant it, but it came off. Here's Oyarzabal. Ball across the box to Alexander Isak. Good defending by Harry Maguire. You don't say that often in a sentence, but really good defending by Maguire. Marino in again. Dinked into Silva. Oh, Zaldua in there. I think he's fouled Marcus Rashford. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. A push on Rashford trying to win the ball. David Silva crossed in by Marino. Nearly got his head in it, did David Silva. Just above him. And Zaldua with a push on Rashford. Was a clear push on Marcus Rashford, wasn't it? They had a chance here again. Good defending by Maguire. Isak was there for a tap-in. Oyarzabal crossed it. Margaret says, hi everyone, always enjoy your commentary, thank you very much. And if everyone can do what Kids Plays did and share the video, then hopefully we can gain some subscribers. Go back to the 5, 6, 7 we had moments ago at half time. Kids Places, he's watching the United game, yep. Even though you see the Spurs game, of course they give you the updates, don't they, on the BT Sports. You know how the other games are going. Yazbal's been fouled here by Eric Bailly, who's had a really poor game at the back for Manchester United. And United fans tend to call for him to be brought in ahead of Victor Lindelof, but I don't think Bailly is the answer either. Here Mendy. David Silva. Wide to Nacho Monreal. Robin Lenormand. Here's Mendy. Think over to Januzaj. Good touch by Januzaj. Good pass. Oh, Januzaj not quick enough to get in the end of that one. I think it was David Silva who passed that, and a great pass from David. Unlike him. Tellez. Forward, he sends the ball to Greenwood. Fernandes with a long lump to Dan James. Oh, stupid tackle by Nacho Monreal there. Put everything into that, try to chase James and just shoved him over. I suppose James did go over pretty easily, but unnecessary from Nacho Monreal. No, and Monreal too aggressive in his defending against Dan James there. Kids Play says no with repeated O's. It doesn't sound good. And then Manchester United have got a chance for a cross here. Bruno Fernandes over the ball. Tellers also over it. Those two, the set piece takers for United. United are dangerous from set pieces when you've got the likes of Maguire, McTominay, Bailly in the box. Who's going to take this one? Is it Fernandes or Tellez? It's going to be Tellez. Swings one in. Cleared away. Januzaj clears it away. Sadly into some space and not to a Sociedad player. Back to Dean Henderson it goes. He sends it long into his left channel again to Marcus Rashford. And Zaldua, good defending. Marino, David Silva, back to Marino again. This is better from Sociedad, into David Silva. Dan James, oh, little kick from James and David Silva. And then Mason Greenwood boots it away. Should be a yellow card this from Dan James and David Silva. Kicks him in the back of the ankles. Nasty tackle from Dan James. I'm very surprised. No yellow card for that. Only Wan-Bissaka got the yellow card when he dived in. David Silva looks at the referee in confusion of how he's not given anything cards-wise for that. Marino. Oh, good little step over. Loses McTominay. Oyarzabal. Monreal. Cross across. David Silva. Oh, gets right underneath it. Henderson comes out and punches it away. Zaldua wins it back. Marino. Oh, terrible pass by Marino. And Alex Tellez has gone down here, holding his back. I think he got a knee in the back from his own goalkeeper, Dean Henderson, as he come out to punch that one. Good cutback by Monreal to David Silva. Oh, it's a poor attempt from David. Yeah, it is just behind David Silva, that cross. That's why he just couldn't get his body around it to finish that one. Unlucky for Real Sociedad. And Tellez looks to have really injured his back here. His own keeper Henderson, as he jumped up to punch the ball away from Silva's shot that went straight up in the air. Looks like it's injured Tellez, and Luke Shaw's gone to warm up. So this could be bad for United. I mean, Luke Shaw's probably a better player than Tellez. But to lose a player, your second choice fullback, doesn't look good for Alex Tellez here. He might be able to run it off. Shaw is, of course, ready on the sidelines, though, if United do need him. Anthony Martial, another one warming up for United. Suggestions that Mason Greenwood could be coming off. Henderson has the goal kick. Looking to send it long for United, not playing it out from the back here. They had a few good moves as well, United, at the start, playing it out from the back. Long they send it. Head of Island Normand up against Greenwood. Wan-Bissaka knocks it back forward. Mendy beats Bruno in the air, but somehow still falls through to United, and overzealous pass from Zubeldia. And takes out Greenwood in the process. Kids Plays, I and my friends sub to all 3 of your channels. Thank you very much, Kids Plays. Tell them thank you very much as well. The more the better. And if they want to come in the chat and have a chat with us, that'd be great as well. Here's Rashford. Chance here. Onto his right foot. Oh, he's waiting. Bailly with a shot. Rose head by Eric Bailly. Gets so underneath that, doesn't he? And puts it straight up into the air. Thank you, Kids Plays, for getting people to subscribe to the channel. The more people that see the channel, hopefully the more people that subscribe. And everyone's welcome here. Eric Bailly there, sent it right over the top of the net with a shot. Natural Monreal. Oh, Yazbal's in here. Oh, he's offside. He's not. The ref blew his whistle, but they played on. He wasn't quick enough to get away from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, though. And Zaldua back to Ramiro. Can Sociedad rescue a draw in this game? I'm not quite sure. Here's David Silva. Good turn. Lays it off to Marino. Foul on David Silva. Free kick's given. Pull back. David Silva going a bit deeper at the moment, isn't he? 3-1 in the Tottenham game, says Kids Play as well. Maybe, just maybe, Tottenham have, took the foot off the gas a bit. And Wolfsburg might get back in it, but I very much doubt it. Here's Zaldua. Looking for a forward pass into Isaac. Finds him well. Isaac holds up the ball and gives it into David Silva, who's fallen over his own feet. David Silva here. Unlucky. And United on the counter. Look at the space for Dan James. If Rashford just gets his head up. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. 2-0. Oh, it's offside, I think. I think it's offside, Bruno Fernandes. He has scored here. Again, Sociedad. Creators of their own problems there. Rashford plays it forward. Yeah, Bruno's offside. Fernandes is offside because Dan James passes it to him. He is offside, Fernandes. Good finish as well. Got to be offside this because he's ahead. He's ahead of Dan James when Dan James passed it to him. We take the time. I think it is offside, but we'll wait and see. VAR is looking at this one. I think it is definitely offside. The way that he's passed it there. I'm waiting here. The Italian referee to make his decision. Whether they give it or not. I think it'd be harsh on Sociedad that. No offside, goal. Another one for Bruno Fernandes. 2-0 Manchester United. He looked offside there, but yeah, it's been given as a goal. You're right, Kids Plays. 2-0 United. Sociedad losing. 2-0 now. Sociedad, the problems again though. Their own problems at the back that they cause. That's why United are 2-0 up. Rashford finally got his head up for a pass. He's got to be offside there, surely. He looks offside to me. Oh, he's not. He's just onside. Another goal for Bruno Fernandes. And not from the penalty spot. He shocked himself. Sociedad 2-0 down now, and I think that is game over. Kids Play says it's sad to see as a City fan. Yeah, but, well, I didn't actually think Sociedad had beat United today. I thought United would beat them. Sociedad have been poor, really. Defensively, let themselves down. Yazbal, fouled by Harry Maguire. Free kick. Januzaj, in fact. Julius has come on Sociedad. Well, too late now, I think, for him. United are going to try and hold on to this lead. Nemanja Matic is going to come on, and Scott McTominay, who's gone down a few times, is going to be coming off here for Nemanja Matic. Good finish by Fernandes, that, to be fair. He left the ball to James. Got it on the return. Let it go through his legs and then put it in the bottom corner. So on comes Nemanja Matic, the Serbian midfielder, for Scott McTominay. He looks like he's carrying a bit of an injury. It's a penalty that Wolfsburg have scored against Tottenham. Novak with a goal. Free kick for Sociedad, out wide to Januzaj. We know Januzaj can't cross a ball. He's going to give it a go. Oh, good cross! Fair play to him. What a cross by Januzaj, but no Sociedad player gambles. All one player's got to do is gamble on that. Great cross by Januzaj. No one there. Matic just puts it behind for a corner. But there's no one there at the back post gambling. Iazabal. Isaac. No one there. Corner for Sociedad. A goal would change the game from their point of view. Oh, and he cleared it away. Iazabal with a shot. Cleared away by Wan-Bissaka. Chance for Sociedad here. And Bailly clears it away himself. I've just noticed our clock has gone off. Maguire. Rashford. Here's Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes back to Mason Greenwood. Into Alex Telles. And he goes back to Harry Maguire. And here's Dean Henderson back to Eric Bailly. 60 minutes played. Manchester United very much in control now. Kids Places, are you going to stream Liverpool? I'm going to change my name. Yes, we will be doing some Liverpool games. The Liverpool Spurs game not too long ago. Depends on who they're playing, of course. But we will be doing some Liverpool games. If they're playing City or United, for example, or whoever. It's a big game. We'll definitely will stream that. And yeah, if you want to change your name, change your name. Let us know who you are, so remember that you are Kids Plays. Here's Marcus Rashford. Forward he comes. Onto his right foot. Wide to Wan-Bissaka. No worries for Sociedad here because Wan-Bissaka doesn't know what to do when he gets the football at his feet, and he just goes back to Fred here. Fred. Nice searching ball over to James. Nice idea. Never really going to come off. Cleared away and Zaldua picks it up. Rashford. Good pressing. Throwing for Real Sociedad. A disappointed Sociedad side. Surely. Expected better of them today. I didn't think they'd win. But the opening few minutes, you saw that they were dangerous on the counter. They were dangerous through Isaac. But they've not really given him too many opportunities, Alexander Isaac. They've not created enough chances for him. Another throw-in for Manchester United. Can't keep it in, can Real Sociedad. Here's Marcus Rashford. And back they go now. Ramiro, calm goalkeeping from Ramiro there. Very calm goalkeeping. Again, he's been impressive, the keeper. Could say he was at fault for the first goal. But wouldn't blame him too much for that one. Lenormand. Iazabal, big tackle on him from Telles. Never getting there ahead of Iazabal. Silly by Alex Telles. Free kick to Real Sociedad. 62 minutes played in this game. Telles not so happy with that decision given against him. Alright, well your name hasn't changed too much, so we know who you are, don't worry. Here's Lenormand. Monreal. Januzaj found himself on the left hand side again. Good footwork from Januzaj. Against Wan-Bissaka. Little backy off Dan James's boot. Oh, Monreal's kept it, and has he? No. It's a throw into Manchester United. Poor footwork by Januzaj. He did well to get into that position, and the back heel just ruined it. Here's Marino. Wide to Zaldua. Iyazabal's made a good run. Good cross in. And Henderson picks it up easy. Rules it out. United have got a counter-attack here. They've thrown men forward of Real Sociedad. It's Marcus Rashford. He's in. And Marcus Rashford scores 3-0 to Manchester United. Game over for Sociedad. They're going out of the Europa League to Manchester United. Sociedad threw bodies forward then. They've let themselves down. Good play by Fred. Good ball forward. Really good ball through to Marcus Rashford. And they let themselves down there. The weight of the pass as well, the time of the run, as Robbie Savage is saying on BT Sport, really good. Really good play. Good goal by Rashford. It really is a good goal. Good finish this time. He's missed 2 sitters, hasn't he, one-on-one? Not a third time. Puts it in the bottom corner. United just hit him on the counter. Rashford's onside. They're checking it VAR. He's definitely onside. Like the real boy, the real kid play says. Tie gone. It is tie over for Manchester United. Because they've won it. Sociedad are going out of the Europa League. And they'll be disappointed. But they've not been good enough, have they, Real Sociedad? They've only got themselves to blame. Defensively, can't handle the pace of United. Yazabal. Monreal. He gives it away. United could be 4 or 5-0 this United. Fernandes plays it forward. It's Greenwood now bursting away. Lenormand on the chase. He's done well, Robin Lenormand. Showed a bit of pace there against Mason Greenwood. But it's the ball in behind every single time that United are playing. And they are struggling. The real kid plays. It's like the PSG game. Yeah, it is a bit like the PSG game. Game over pretty much, isn't it? In the first leg. The ball in behind has always been the problem. Here's Isaac, holds up the ball well. Marino. Back to Alex Ramiro. That was a foul there. But I think it's Harry Maguire. I don't know what he's doing all the way up the field there, but he made a foul on Adnan Januzaj. Here they come again. Lenormand. Ball comes forward. Mendy gives the ball away. Poor one. No, it's Januzaj actually. It's got into Adnan Januzaj. Good footwork by Januzaj. Thought that went out of play. United go on the counter once again. It's Rashford. Through to Mason Greenwood. It's going to be 4 here. Greenwood. To Dan James. 4-0. He's offside again. They're checking it. VAR intervening in every single goal for Manchester United. Looking like a goal though. He's onside. Definitely onside here. Greenwood, I think. 4-0 it's looking like. But VAR is checking it. Anthony Martial's coming on for Manchester United. He's still checking this. Is it going to be 4-0? It's going to go back to 3-0. VAR check is ongoing. Well, apparently it is offside. Still 3-0. I think if it was 4-0, the tie would definitely be over. But still at 3-0 Sociedad. I mean, it's over anyway, isn't it? But 4-0. Embarrassing. Ugh. How is that offside? Mason Greenwood's shoulder slightly offside. That's a harsh decision against United, to be fair. Marcus Rashford's off. Chance for him to have a rest, and Anthony Martial is on. Back they go to Alex Ramiro. Sociedad have been very poor. I've expected a lot better of them. Oh, Ramiro's give it away here. It's Martial. Fernandes. Little flick over the top to Martial. And Zaldilla runs it out for a corner. Poor defending. And Zaldilla's done his hamstring in that little move there, so he'll have to come off. I'm not sure who they have on the bench fullback-wise. Sociedad. Done his hamstring in a chase with Anthony Martial. Yeah, he felt it go as he went to clear the ball. And that is the hamstring as I'll do it. He won't be able to play on from that, they rarely do. Be able to play on after that sort of injury. He's going to limp off the field. They're going to have to make a substitution. Replay of the Manchester United goal. Fred through to Marcus Rashford. Easy finish for Rashford, weren't it? He'd missed them two before and thought he can't miss again, surely. He didn't. Tellers in the corner for United. 70 minutes played. In swings the corner. Maguire attacks it. Great save. Bailly with an overhead kick attempt. I think it's a foul by Maguire on the Sociedad play. Came straight through the back of him to get to that header. A lot of pushing and pulling in the box. A lot of pushing and pulling in the box there. Two Sociedad players end up on the floor. And two substitutions. It looks like it's going to be for Real Sociedad. Ramiro sends it long. Can't keep on the ball there, Sociedad. Good clearance by Manchester United is Iramendi. Oyarzabal, good play. Monreal goes back. Been a pretty simple win for Manchester United today. The game set off to be an exciting one, didn't it? Right in the opening few minutes, and 70 minutes gone, and United have grown into the game, and they've just hit Sociedad on the counter. Sociedad can't handle the pace at the back. They've got no one who can handle the pace. And here they come again, Manchester United, with Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's lost it. Oyarzabal cuts back. He's been unimpressive. Mendy. Up they go again. So goalkeeper Ramiro. Well, Sociedad need to get a few goals here if they've got any chance of going through. They don't look like scoring though, and you know, it's chance creation for Sociedad to me. That's their problem. When you think you've got a side with Oyarzabal and David Silva in, you never think that chance creation would be an issue. And Isaac seems like the type of player who will finish the chances, but they're not creating the chances for him. He's Harry Maguire. Wide to Tellez onto his right foot, not in his favoured left, and he has to go backwards now. Fred. Bailly. Nemanja Matic brings the ball forward for Manchester United. Matic. Looking for the pass into Green, which he does make, and United looking to pick those little passes. Through the Sociedad defence, they're trying it. Matic to Maguire. United looking to finish this tie off completely. Maguire and co pushing forward. Here's Martial on the left hand side. Fred. Bruno. Fernandes once more. Maguire. Brings the ball forward. Bit of a roaming run. Here's Martial. Greenwood. Fernandes. Lays it off to Maguire. The real kid plays, asks, do you watch the game on Sky? It's on BT Sport 1. Yep. Here's Greenwood. Oh, lovely little step overs from Greenwood. Chance on his right foot, tries to put it in the near post. It's going wide anyway. It's going to be a corner. Ramiro didn't need to dive for that one. He did just in case. He wasn't quite sure, but it was going wide. And Julius Sociedad will need to be the comeback kings to turn this one around. Definitely, I don't think it is going to be turned around here. Sociedad have bottled this. Well, Grosabel and Guevara are coming on for Sociedad. And it's Zalduri went off a while ago. With the hamstring injury, replaced by Grosabel. And it's Iramendi off for Guevara. More of an attacking midfielder than Iramendi. Iramendi likes to drop, doesn't he, between the centre-backs. Guevara's a more of a forward-thinking midfielder. Corner here for Manchester United. Alex Tellez. You don't usually see teams make changes on corners, but you know, they have done against United today. Sociedad here. Corner in by Tellez. Nodded over the bar by David Silva, who's up against Derek Bailly there. With that header away. 3-0 Manchester United is a big score. Especially in the first leg as well. Gives you a bit of a chance to relax in the second leg. Tellez with another cross in. Headed away again. Can put a wicked cross in, can he, Alex Tellez? Fred. All the way back to Dean Henderson. Oyarzabal. Trying to get his players to press with him. Wan-Bissaka. Henderson. David Silva's not got the running in him too much anymore. Henderson, good pass. Straight up to Martial. Great little flick and turn away from three defenders. Fernandes. Into Greenwood. Poor touch by Mason Greenwood. And Oyarzabal. It's Robin Lenormand it was who brought it away, and he was fouled in the process by Greenwood. Good play by United there. Imagine if it's like 2019 Liverpool Barca 4-3. Yeah, imagine. Can't see it being that though. One side of the likes of, you know, Salah and Mane. Sociedad, unfortunately, that sort of team. They haven't got Virgil van Dijk at the back either. He makes a big difference defensively. And I think that's where Sociedad's problems stem from, which is the defensive side of the game. Januzaj. Off him, and it's a throw-in for Manchester United. The Sociedad manager, Imanol, will have to have a rethink for the second leg. But I think he, as much as everyone else knows, this tie is probably over. They haven't found Alexander Isak enough in behind Manchester United. They had a few chances. United were pushing bodies forward. But Sociedad couldn't find the ball in behind. Here's David Silva. Grosabel. Throwing for Sociedad. Tried to lay it off to Januzaj on his right hand side. Teller's got a foot in. Here is Grosabel. To Januzaj. Had the better of Tellez a few times, Januzaj. Good skill by Januzaj. Oh, really good skill. David Silva. And Bruno Fernandes gets there ahead of him. Counter Manchester United again, and this is where they're in trouble. Look at Dan James. Look at the pace of James. Flying through there, and Ramiro's out from his goal to head it away. Good goalkeeping again. Sweeper keeper Alex Ramiro, which played the role very well. Guevara. Nacho Monreal. This game has started to slow down, it feels. Out wide here too. Grosabel. Goes for the cross. Martial blocks. Goes for another cross again. Could have let that go for a corner, but I don't think they backed themselves from set pieces. Maguire knocks it away and Manchester United back in possession. Matic. Fred. Can't beat David Silva. Good foot in from the ex-Manchester City man. Good goalkeeping from Ramiro there. Here's Greenwood gets a free kick. Too aggressive in the tackle there, Zubeldia. Arms all over Mason Greenwood. Fred on the free kick. Another substitution. It's Baron Achea who's going to come on. The 18-year-old winger. Of course, you make 5 substitutions. It's going to be Porto as well. That's what Sociedad have been missing today. A bit of pace on the wings, possibly. Henderson. Good pass by Henderson up to Fernandes. Wins the knock-on. Martial. Flick over the head of the midfielder of Sociedad. Fred. David Silva comes through the back of him. Free kick to Manchester United. David Silva seems to be a bit frustrated with himself now. Not had a good game yet as David Silva. Hardly seen him, really. Hardly seen him. Perhaps Porto can come on and make a difference for Real Sociedad. I think it will be Januzaj and probably David Silva who come off. Foul Martial now. Another free kick Manchester United. Just slowing the game down here, Real Sociedad. There's no need because it's their own time they're wasting at the moment. Lovely little flick there by Martial before over the head of the midfielder of Sociedad. I think it was Guevara. And Tellez another chance to swing one in. He's put plenty of crosses in today. None have seemed to find a Manchester United player, but good crosses. Oh, he knocks this one off to Fernandes. He lays it off to Fred. Fred. Fernandes again. United have a bit wasted this free kick. Fred. Martial. Oh, and Eric Bailly just passes it straight back to Sociedad. Ramiro. Long he sends it. Into a channel where there's no one, and Fred will let it roll out for a throw in here. Really poor from Sociedad. Expected so much better from them. They'll make the substitutions now. The first one is Januzaj as expected. Januzaj comes off for Porto. Not been that bad, Januzaj, but he's put one good cross in, hasn't he, all game, and no one was there on the end of it. Porto, a bit more pace on his right hand side. Is it going to be David Silva or Oyarzabal? It's actually Alexander Isak, who I think's You know, if you give him a chance, he'll probably score it. They haven't given him any chances. He's off. And it's Barnechea who comes on for Alexander Isaac. Very interestingly spelt name there. But that's how they do things in the Basque Country in Spain. See a lot of these names spelt with the X's in them. Grosabal into Porto. Martial picks it up. Can't get away from Grosabal. Porto. Ball into Barnechea. Flick over the top here. Maguire deals with it. Clears it away. United on the counter once again. Greenwood into Bruno Fernandes. He's one-on-one here with the defender. Here's Dan James. Look at the speed of Dan James. James! Oh, and he's put a poor finish, that one, by James. Romero keeps Sociedad still at 3-0. He's made a few saves today. Wan-Bissaka this time on the attack. Clueless when he gets in the opposition half and puts it off the player. Sociedad player Barnechea for a throw-in. Matic. Back to Bailly. Maguire. Sociedad with a bit more of a press now because they've got a few quicker players. The Arzabal's gone up top. Barnechea's on that left-hand side. And it's Porter on the right. Fred. Poor header. Done well to control it though. Fernandes. Loses it. He wants a free kick, Bruno Fernandes. Just strolled away. Stands with his arms either side of him. 80 minutes played. 10 minutes left of the game now. 10 minutes left for Sociedad to maybe give themselves a lifeline if they can nick a goal or two. Poor pass by Guevara, and Porto makes a foul on Alex Telles. Poor tackle by Porto. Yeah, too interested in winning the ball, you know, not thinking about the man, not thinking you giving away an unnecessary free kick in that sort of area. Ooh, Maguire there. Back to Matic. Henderson. Press on for Oyarzabal. Wan-Bissaka. Still Wan-Bissaka. Brings the ball forward. There's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It's Dan James out wide to Bruno Fernandes. Down the line to Dan James, who's quick, and he's given it to Wan-Bissaka, who's clueless. Back heel to Dan James. To Martial. There's space on this left-hand side for Greenwood. Martial finds him. Greenwood on his right foot, and he puts the shot wide. Too slow there, Anthony Martial. Too worried about doing a little bit of tricks on the ball and looking all calm and good on the ball. Just pass it to Greenwood and give him a chance. Martial here. Too slow there, Martial. Just give it to Greenwood first time. I'll let James do it. Wanted to get on the ball, didn't he? Well, it's going to be a debut here for Amad Traore. Or is it Diallo? I'm not quite sure. We'll see when his name comes up. The youngster anyway. So Bruno Fernandes is off. Juan Mata is on. The special Juan. Been injured for quite a while, I think, Mata. Had a good game against West Ham, last I remember, which was a long while ago. Manchester United. So off comes Bruno Fernandes. And it's Diallo, it is. Amad Diallo. For Mason Greenwood. So the young 19-year-old with a chance to impress now with 10 minutes or so in the game left. Dubbed the Ivorian Messi by United fans. They don't overhype the players by any means. Oh, good pass there. Telles with a foul. It's a free kick for Sociedad. Telles too aggressive again in the press. Wanting to win that ball, but taking the player with him. And Sociedad have taken it already. Grosabal, another. I mean, if Sociedad get another right back injured, they will be worried. Zubeldia. Barnechea. Lenormand. Monreal into Barnechea once again. Good touch. To Marino. Back to Barnechea. On the turn. Zubeldia. Grosabal. Down the line to Porto. He's got a bit of pace as Porto. Here he goes, the number 7. Cross into the box. Header. Oh, and it's into the hands of Henderson. The header by Barnechea up. And just looped up into the air. Could have done with Alexander Isaac in the box there. Harry Maguire brings it forward. Martial. Oh, good interception. Martial throws himself to the floor. Barnechea. Guevara lays it off to Lenormand. They've not been too bad footballing wise, so he's on the ball. It's just both boxes is where the problems lie. Zubeldia, David Silva receives the ball under pressure so easily. David Silva lays it straight back off to Zubeldia. Sociedad pushing forward and they're going to get caught on the counter here, I can tell you that. If they're not careful. Barrenechea. Lenormand. Space here for Grosabel on the right hand side. Porto drops into a hole between the defence and central midfield. Drag back. Zubeldia, Porto once again. Sociedad just cannot. United are pressing them and they don't know what to do. Sociedad to get round the press. That's better. David Silva, well played. On the attack. David Silva there unlocking United slightly. Monreal. Cross in. Oh, it's David Silva in there. Maguire away. Chance for United. Oh, Henderson. I think it was Grosabel in there on his left foot. Henderson got a cross. He's never troubling him though. Got no power in it. No power in that at all. And I think there's a handball in the process as well. So VAR would have ruled that one out. Bautista's coming on. For Yazabal, who's been poor today. Been quiet, the captain. I don't think Bautista's going to do anything either for Sociedad. They look very disappointed themselves. I think they probably fancied himself to go through against Manchester United, but not really done it for himself, have they? Henderson's going to send this free kick long. Not long left now. And if you're enjoying this live stream, it's a double tonight. Arsenal versus Benfica. Kicks off at 8 o'clock, so we will be going on to that stream. Pretty much straight after this one, really. If you think it's already 20 to 8 now. So have a look on our channel. We'll be live for the Arsenal versus Benfica game. Straight after this one. Poor touch. Throwing for Manchester United. The real kid places. Who will take pens for City? I have no idea. Probably De Bruyne or Aguero when they're back. Even there, Aguero's not missed them, has he, in a while. Apart from that one against Spurs in the Champions League. But De Bruyne's missed a few, hasn't he? In recent times against Liverpool. Gundogan has. Rodri's wasn't a good penalty, was it? I honestly think we could see Ederson. I hope we do. The best penalty taker at the club. And I think there's a video on Twitter circulating of Ederson taking a penalty in a charity game. And he slotted it into the bottom corner so calmly. Maybe he is really good at penalties. And it's just because he's a goalkeeper who doesn't take them usually. Guevara up to... Oh, well, I was hoping up to David Silva, up to someone. Wasn't straight out play for a throw-in. And Wan-Bissaka picks it up. Minutes left of this game now. I don't think there's going to be much added time either. Wan-Bissaka. Oh. Bautista won it there and James clears. Martial. Good hold up play. James. Foul here. Nasty. That was a very naughty foul by Lenormand there. He's going to get a yellow card. Only his second yellow card of the game. James was bursting away into his half. Lenormand just stuck a leg out and made sure James didn't run over it. Or was it Nacho Monreal, in fact? It was not Monreal. It looked like Lenormand had done that foul, but it wasn't. It was Nacho Monreal. The real kid places. Kevin De Bruyne supports Liverpool when he was a kid. Yeah, I have seen that De Bruyne was in a Liverpool shirt as a child. I have seen those pictures. I like Erling Haaland being a City fan, of course. Ball forward from Wan-Bissaka. Lenormand takes it down and back he goes to Ramiro. Lenormand. Monreal. David Silva knock on with the header and only to Bayer, but Bayer's give it away. Then a big tackle on Barrenechea. Ball over the top here, it's a poor one. 89 minutes played now. Moments left. And I think this tie has already been cancelled, hasn't it? It's already over. The real kid places. Oh, De Bruyne's sabotaging in penalties. Is he missing them against Liverpool because he supports Liverpool? I think he's a more professional than that, but it is a theory. But I think it's just a psychological thing at City, isn't it? We just cannot score penalties. Matic picks it up. Back to Bailly. He sends it forward. Good ball. What a ball by Bailly. Here's Dan James. Look at the pace of James. Bursting through. James. Oh, it's in. What a goal from Dan James. Well, if the tie was over, it definitely is now. Great finish from Dan James. Bailly, what a pass that was. I don't think he meant it. Just a clearance forward. Through to Dan James. Through on goal was the Welshman. And he puts it into the bottom corner. Really good finish. Not much Ramiro could do about it. Really good ball for a Bailly. And the curl on the ball just kept it in. And James, I mean, he's so quick, Dan James. No one was catching him. And we said at the start of the game, didn't we? That Sociedad's problem will be the pace at the back in Elizondo and Zubeldia. And it was Lenormand who came in for Elizondo. And been like that. And the second leg's not going to be that interesting, is it? Because Manchester United always through the legs of Alex Ramiro. Very poor goalkeeping. And this tie is very much over. Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. So 4-0 to United. Game over. There's 5 minutes of added time. What for? What for? But it is tie over at 4-0. Grosabal here. Sociedad. Disheartened, no doubt about that. United could get more yet. Sociedad here on the ball with, I think it was Mikel Merino. Here's Lenormand. Very poor performance from Real Sociedad. Really is. Zubeldia. Wide to Porto on this right hand side. Porto with a chance to run at United. Past Ahmad Traore. Ooh, and Tellez keeps it in. Well played, Alex Tellez. Behind for a throw-in for Real Sociedad. Julius United would be happy to secure a win in the Europe. We'll have to give them something. Oh yeah. I think that's strangely enough for Manchester United. They haven't won in the proper European League, have they? In the Europa League, and everyone will always hold that against them. David Silva, Grosabal. Goes to go back to David Silva. Good sliding tackle by Fred in the interception. Here's Ahmad Traore. Oh, he's done well here, Ahmad Traore. Off he goes. Into Martial. Traore still making space with his left-hand side. Martial's got to find him. Back to Traore. Oh, and he's given the ball away. Poor by Traore. Fred. Cuts back. Mata, Fred again. Tries a little back heel, Fred. Mikel Merino. Can't keep it in. Throwing for Grosabal, but it is a throw-in to Sociedad. Predictions on the Arsenal game. We'll be talking about that on the commentary on there. I'm thinking it'll be a win for Arsenal 2-1. I think Benfica might score. I'm very interested in seeing how Darwin Núñez performs today. Very interested. And we will be over on that stream momentarily. We'll be going on pretty much straight away. And I'll be joined by a co-commentator for this game, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with that. Here's Zubeldia. Mikel Merino. Ball over the top. Oh, it's a good ball. Porto's in. Chance for Sociedad to nick one. Give himself some hope, and it goes behind for a corner. Maguire wants offside. They finally do give it. The real kid plays. He's going 3-2 Benfica. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game, you know, like this one. So about a minute left now. About 1 minute left. Ball played long. Ooh, Mata's got in behind here. Juan Mata cuts it back. Lenormand clears. Dan James and Sociedad get the ball away. They've been poor, Real Sociedad. They really have. David Silva. Foul by Fred. Oh, good ball by David Silva, but Barnechea is not quicker than Wan-Bissaka or Bailly. The referee just waiting to blow the whistle now. Just waiting. Matic. Back to Fred. The real kid plays. I nearly got the City Everton game right. Yeah. Well, maybe you'll be right on this one. with the 3-2 to Benfica. We'll see, won't we, in the game. Foul on Amad Traore. Good little feet there from the Ivorian. Around a few Sociedad players and finds himself with a free kick. Given the number 19 shirt, so clearly he's in United's immediate plans, Amad Traore. And of course, they made sure Atalanta let him join in January. Because because they needed to get a work permit from him. They did get the work permit they needed. Martialia. Juan Mata shot. Saved by Ramiro. And that is full-time. Manchester United 4. Real Sociedad 0. So United with a good performance. The tie's pretty much over going into the second leg, is it? And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men will be going to the round of 16 in the Europa League if they can just stop themselves conceding 4 goals and keeping a clean sheet, which I can't see them getting knocked out now. We will be going live in moments, because the kickoff's at 8 o'clock. So we're going to jump straight over to that live for Arsenal versus Benfica. Going to be a massive game, a big game. The Real Kids players gone with a 3-2 win for Benfica. So thanks very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, jump over to our stream for the Benfica game, and we'll see you next time.